Welcome to Web Handling. My name is Dave Roysum. This last war story is again about a customer-supplier dispute. This time, it is due to a specific type of telescoping occurring on the customer's unwind. Unlike the previous three examples, this supplier not only didn't do due diligence in investigating claims, they didn't do any investigation, but instead just kept paying the claims until they got to be too expensive, and then they called me in. When I went out to the supplier, I saw a mountain of returned rolls ready to be repulped. This was the largest set of returns I ever personally observed all in one place. To complete the troubleshooting task, it would be helpful to know that telescoping is not a single defect, or rather at least a half a dozen totally unrelated defects that have a roughly similar look, that the edge of the roll is not straight. Some types telescope on the winders, others on the unwind, and others during handling, and others still during storage. The particular type we were working on was a Type 1 telescope that occurs on the customer's unwind. You can find a truly deep dive into this wide world of telescoping on the Dave's Defect show listed below. A last bit of tech detail that you should know is that even the Type 1B telescope has two variants. The most common by far is on slippery materials. The factors for that variant are COF, tension, and core diameter. However, tissue is a low-density material. The mechanics of telescoping are totally different because it's the nip of the roll weight over the core that causes the layers to shift. The factors are also different and include a complex set of material properties and roll weight. Curiously, core diameter is a major factor for both of these variants. So if you don't want to or you can't change material properties, you are left with the same major factor, increasing core diameter. Again, this is covered in great detail in my award-winning and trademark Web 101 class that has been taken by 5,000 people. Yet, none of this matters for the moment. That is because the supplier not only didn't do due diligence in investigating claims, they didn't even bother to look at the returns. If they had, they would have noticed that the customer had returned many rolls with a telescope complaint, yet those many rolls were still in the original package, meaning that they had never been run. Note that while it might be acceptable to return an entire truck if only one roll telescoped, only that one roll should be labeled with that defect. Let's summarize the patterns that we've observed in the last four case histories. All occurred at the customer, and the customer was at least partially, if not wholly, at fault. Half of the customers refused access to let their suppliers see the problem firsthand. In my mind, that's totally acceptable for customers to refuse access. But at the same time, the supplier can refuse to pay for such poorly documented claims. And certainly, these two parties are not working together as problem-solving partners. Finally, in most cases, both customers and suppliers mislabel the problem. Thank you so very much for allowing me to share experiences from the field. This ends, for now, our tour of customer-supplier complaints. Next month, we will start a new series on equations that changed web handling forever. If you have a topic you would like to hear about, let me know in the comment section below. If you found any of these stories to be interesting or useful, please like and share and subscribe. And remember to check out the show notes for surprises. See you next time.